All right. I don't see Ben in the gallery view. Is Ben still with us? Is Ben still
I'm
with
here,
us?
baby.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the RUS GUTIN Experience, every week we're going to feature some comics and their albums. But on certain weeks, because I am who I am and I know things about the world, I know where all my fellow little comics, nieces and nephews ended up. So we like to do a little segment. We don't have graphics, so I'm just going to wave my hands. But this week we would like to do a little segment about comics who were ended up quarantined with their parents, called Say Hi to Your Mom for Me. Give it up for Say Hi to Your Mom for Me. There's the graphics. Oh.
Hey, Russ, how's it going, man?
Our inaugural guest, hold on, I didn't introduce you. Our inaugural guest on Say Hi to Your Mom for Me, all the way from Portland, Oregon, is somebody that I've been lucky to know for just about a decade now when I moved back to New York. He is the de facto ringleader of one of the coolest comedy crews that ever existed, Fat Baby. You've seen him on MTV. He is an amazing director and writer, and even recently opened for Pete Davidson on his tour and Chris DiStefano when we sold out our 500-seat theater in Atlantic City. One of my favorite human beings on planet Earth. Please welcome Mr. Ben DeMarco.
Oh, thanks, Russ. What an intro, buddy. That was fantastic, man. Thank
You
you.
seem
I love
important.
you, man. That was great, man. I'm touched. Thanks, man.
No, but you know
And
what, Ben? I said, you know what I said to Dara tonight? I said, I can't wait to see Ben because of all those times that he used to say, hey, we're going out after the show. And I'd be like, no, Ben, I'm old. I'm going home. And then the next week I would see you and you'd be like, and then we did acid with the Freddie Mercury impersonator on the beach. And I was like, oh my God, I could have done acid with Freddie Mercury. I'm devastated, but I love you and I miss you and I see you all the time. So you are our first guest on Say Hi to Your Mom for Me.
Right.
So what we do on Say Hi to Your Mom for Me, Ben, is I have a little questionnaire that I have prepared for you, kind of like James Lipton on Inside the Actors Studio, okay?
Okay.
So I think I have sent you these questions in advance, but my assistant, Russell, is also a fucking stoner and a video game player, just like you. So I'm assuming you've gotten these questions. But so I'm going to ask you them, and you're going to answer. What do you say, Ben?
Let's do it.
I love you. Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
How, where, and with whom are you quarantined?
Okay, so right now I was opening for Andrew Schultz in Portland on March 4th, and then I was supposed to go from here, Portland, to Austin for South by Southwest for my good friend Pete Davidson and Ricky Velez's movie premiere, The King of Staten Island, which premiered today. Rent it, watch it. It is fantastic. And what ended up happening is I came home for the gig, and COVID-19 shut down everything. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to be in the epicenter in New York City. I will stay here with my loving parents and my loving girlfriend who was on the road with me also. Very funny comic, Remy Cassidy.
Oh yeah, no, we love to Remy.
Yeah, and so we were supposed to only be in Portland for, I believe it was a week. And then we were supposed to go to Austin for South by Southwest.
My God.
And then we were supposed to go to Houston for Skankfest. And everything got canceled. And now we are here in Portland. And we have been here for not 7 days, but we have been here for 74 days.
Oh, that's longer than sleepaway camp.
Oh, man. And I'm telling you, man. Okay. So Remy and I have been dating for 4 years now, almost 4 years. We have never spent more than 10 days in a row with each other because we both have our own separate apartments and we're both traveling comics. We have spent 74 days together and not just together, with my mom and dad in my high school bedroom. It's the most bizarre situation. It's
Holy
been, it's been
moly.
interesting.
And that's why I knew you had to be the first guest on this, Ben. That is the most, but thank God, weed is legal there.
I have to come out into the
I
car
know.
to drink vodka, to smoke weed, to drink beer, and to talk like the way I talk. I can't be myself in this house.
That's right. I can't, thank God weed is legal there, Ben. Otherwise, I would consider you an Antifa provocateur.
Oh man, I'm telling you, weed is so legal here, man. They sell you packs of joints.
That's my
Packs of
dream.
joints. Look at this.
To
Amazing.
dream the impossible dream. Okay, question number 2. You are so handsome. You got a face for radio. Have I ever told you that? Okay. 2, as a comic, while with your family, how many alternate careers have your parents suggested to you while at home?
Oh my God. Okay, so when the pandemic first hit, and I was like, hey, it looks like we might be here for like a month. My mom was like, okay, well, while you're here, you better be working. So you got to find a job driving a truck for FedEx or for Amazon. And this is literally coming off of like 3 huge gigs in Portland. You know what I mean? Like 3 huge like comedy
huge.
Gigs. I was like,
Andrew showed you that was like 1,000, like 1,500 people.
Yeah, and Pete's was a massive show too. And I'm literally like, what are you fucking talking about? And so what ended up happening is I do, as you might know, like you said, I do a little directing and a little editing work on the side for comedy projects, for all sorts of different things. The Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant has hired me a few times to make some fun videos for them. And I went to school for media arts and documentary film. And so while I've been here, I did pick up another job, is that the Chinese Garden of Portland has had to close. But instead, they've been letting me in every week to film videos for them. And I've been putting out weekly videos to help raise money for the Lansu Chinese Garden in Portland. And since I've done 10 videos for them, and I've raised over $200,000.
Fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit, this segment was designed for comedy, but look at you making it all fucking Nelson Mandela, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so we got a $50,000 donation today for this week's video, and I drop them every Tuesday, and you can check them out at lansugarden.org, or they've got an Instagram at Lansu Chinese Garden. So they're
awesome, and I'll share that on my social media after the show. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we're to question number 3. Ben, while at home, what does your mommy or daddy make you to eat when you're feeling sadsy-wadsy?
You know what? But believe it or not, I do most of the cooking in my house. So I'm the one that cooks and does that. But every once in a while, my mom makes a really banging meatloaf. And if I want something that, like, you know, if it's rainy here in Portland, which it is, it always is, I'm always, you know, a little meatloaf and mashed potatoes from mom. That's usually what
I like that. That's exactly the kind of shit I'm looking for. Fucking mom's meatloaf. That's what
Mommy's meatloaf.
Okay, now Ben, on a scale from 1 to 10, now we know your girlfriend is there. Okay, we love Remy. So on a scale, I'm going to ask you the question as it's written.
Okay.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how strange is it to have relations with yourself or someone while in your childhood bedroom?
I like all the pantomime, bro. Good gesticulation.
I slowed it down for the lag.
All right, how awkward is it on a scale of 1 to 10? I would say it's about a 4 or a 5. It's not awkward at all.
Oh,
really.
You freak.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. My parents, from the moment that I've been sexually active, you know what I mean? My parents have been, my parents have been very supportive about having partners over to the home. And you know, as long as it's, you know, a safe and respectful thing. So honestly, I've been fucking in this house since I was 15 years old. You know what I mean?
I've been fucking in here since
you know what I mean? And now, yeah. So it's not too awkward. And you know what? Actually, anytime that it has gotten a little, you know, like we needed our own space or anything like that, we do have a decent sized backyard, and we have some camping gear. So we've been putting a little tent in the backyard. And, you know, go outside and have a little
sexy camping trip, a little sexy
exactly.
s'mores. Don't burn your junk. That's what they say.
Right.
Never make s'mores naked, you know. That's
Right,
in the Boy
exactly.
Scout manual. I was kicked out after week 2. They didn't know that I was Jewish. They were like, holy shit, we can't have one of yous in here. Okay, so we're not going to teach you how to sharpen a knife. What are you, crazy Jew? Okay, so, all right. Last question. I love you. I can't believe you guys.
I love you, man.
I can't believe you guys agreed to do this. Okay, so last question on the first Say Hi to Your Mom for me. What, if any, dark family secrets or incidents have been revealed to you by your parents during this time? Be specific.
Oh man. All right, y'all. All right, everybody that's in this room is gonna get a hell of a story. This is fucking insane. Okay. So I was raised a vegetarian because my dad is a hardcore vegetarian. I am not. I went to University of Montana so I could have a pet cow and eat it if I wanted to. You know what I mean? So I love meat. I've always loved meat, but I was raised vegetarian. And it was because my parents met in West Africa in the Peace Corps. They lived at West Africa in Sierra Leone for 4 years in the Peace Corps, and they met in West Africa. While they were in West Africa, my dad had a pet monkey. Now, I have only heard stories secondhand from my dad's brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, as to why my dad is a vegetarian and such a hardcore vegetarian. So much so that I wasn't allowed to have s'mores or marshmallows because it has gelatin in it, and gelatin's made out of ground cow hooves and bones and whatever. So that's how extreme the vegetarianism was in my childhood home, okay? And the reason why my dad is such a hardcore vegetarian is he had a pet monkey in Africa, and one day when he came home from teaching, his roommates, who were African also, cooked and served his monkey to him. Which is enough to make anybody imagine coming home and somebody's cooked your dog or your cat, you know what I mean, and then has served it to you, you know what I mean. So that's the story that I've always gotten secondhand while I've been here. But since we were here and my dad's just getting to know my girlfriend Remy, we're at dinner one night and Remy's like, oh, so how long have you been a vegetarian? And my dad tells the entire fucking story. And I'm, you know, and he's getting teary-eyed, and I'm like, this is the first time in 33 years that I've even fucking heard this story about his fucking about somebody eating his fucking monkey, dude.
I don't mean to be Jeff Goldblum about it, but when it comes to your dad's roommates, it was like you guys were so concerned with whether or not you could, you didn't think about whether or not you should.
You should, yeah, exactly.
But you just wanted to slam it on a plate and put some fucking hot sauce on it. You sons of bitches. I've never heard such fucking gruesome shit in my life.
Yeah. So that was some information.
Shit, man. I wrote these questions to be funny. You came with the heat. Oh my God, you blew my fucking mind, bro.
Yeah, man. It's pretty wild, man.
That is wild. This is true. I will never, ever eat fettuccine with monkey sausage in it again at the Olive Garden. Count me out. Canceled. Hashtag no monkey meat Thursdays. Holy shit, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the first Say Hi to Your Mom movie, Ben DeMarco. He knocked it out of the park. All the way from Portland, Oregon. I will never watch Planet of the Apes starring Andy Serkis the same. Never. Never, ever.
Russ, this is a very fun show, Russ. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for doing it, Ben. And I can't lie to you. You know how much I love you. And you and I have done every show from 13 people in a go-go club in Atlantic City to sold out rooms at Gotham Comedy and that movie theater we did.
AMC theaters,
Eve.
yep, on New
That's
Year's
right.
Eve.
I just,
yep.
you always made me feel included with that crew, even though I had other responsibilities. And one of these days, my kids are going to be old enough, and I'm going to go out with you guys after a show. I swear to God. And Dara will never have to deal with my bullshit
one of
again.
these times.
I love you, Ben. Give it up for Ben DeMarco.
I love you. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Good luck.
So, ladies